Hello, everybody. This is John Michael with Excel 2 Tech. It's been a while. Um, your calendar gets busy, things happen, and then you realize that the things that you enjoyed the most, the things that excited you the most, are the things that have to wait in line. Nevertheless, today I have a gadget or a product that I'm all excited about. Not because it's a new project or a new product, has a faster processor, or it promises to replace something out of my, but because it's, I just kind of want to ask myself, what is it that Amazon is trying to solve? And I'm talking about the Kindle Scribe without front light. This is what I want to talk about today. This is supposed to be a little unboxing, but I also want to share some things with you on that regard. So let's take it to the next level. Okay. The Kindle Scribe. Amazon has three scribes. Has the Color Soft, which is the premier. That's probably the most expensive one. It has the Scribe Black and White with a front light, and then it has this one, the Kindle Scribe without front lights. Now, let me just tell you that one of the reasons why this came to my attention, or really got my attention, is the fact that Richie, my son, and I were talking about reading books and stuff like that. And by the way, if you are not a reader, you haven't cracked a book a day in your life, you don't care about reading, or or so-called don't have enough time to read, then maybe this video is not for you. This unboxing is not for you. Anyway, so I was talking to Richie about reading and stuff like that, and I was trying to get him into the tech, the Paperwhite, reading on Amazon through your digital books. And he was telling me that, Dad, I really like to write in my books. I like to scribble in it. I like to put my thoughts. I like to write on the margins and so forth, so on. And then, I started thinking about that. And, I got to give him some credit, because at the end of the day, I too, when I am reading, have some ideas and thoughts that come through my mind, and I wish I had something to write on, or I got to think, something to write on, or something like that. Or after I read that chapter, I got to, write my thoughts or something like that. But what if there was a product that kind of put the two together? And this is where the Kindle Scribe comes into. Kindle is not trying to compete with the iPad. Okay, they're not trying to compete with the iPad. They're not trying to compete with the Kindle Scribe. The Remarkable 2. They're not trying to compete with that. I think Amazon is really trying to compete against the good old yellow writing pad here, and really against what I was showing you here in a minute. Books, actual hard copy books. I think that's what they're trying to compete against. Let's open up. I've been talking too much here. This is supposed to be an unboxing. Anyway, this is the 11-inch glare-free 300 ppi display without front lights. As I said earlier, Kindle has two other scribes, and this one is the one without the front light, because the only reason you would get the front light or the color soft. Let's just do the front light first. It's because you read at night, you're doing a lot of traveling, you're in the airplane, it's very dim, and so the front light comes in handy. I do none of those. I don't do any of those. I don't read at night. I don't travel a lot. If I did travel as I did back in my day, then maybe I would have considered it. Dude, look at this. I mean, you even got the Kindle logos in the box. But hence the other purpose of why Kindle decided not to do a front light one. I'll explain this in a minute. I'll at least try to on that. But wow, this is really nice and slim. Dude, it's very skinny. Let me just see here real quick. All right, so we got a USB cable. Okay, you got your books. You got a pencil. This is called what they call a weighted pencil because, oh, it is weighted. Interesting. It's got a little button here. This is the premium pencil. The rubber tip to use as an eraser. At one point, they had just a hard plastic, and so they didn't really care for that. A lot of the customers didn't care, but this is really nice pencil. It's supposed to be weighted, so it. Oh, look at that. Hello, did I miss something here? Look at that. Anyway, whoa, hello, dude. Whoa, look at this. This is pretty good magnet here. And then you got this other little, all right, you got tips. You got 5 additional tips. All right. All right, good deal. Let me take my Remarkable out because I wanted to check out how slim the Remarkable is and how slim this one is. Wow, I mean, they are. I think the Remarkable has it beat just by a smidgen, dude. But I mean, I like, this is nice, and it's got cover. Where's my iPad? Let me see what my iPad. This is my iPad Pro, and this is supposed to be slim as well too. And let's see here. Oh, this got the iPad Pro beat. Oh yeah, this has got the iPad Pro beat, and this is the latest one that came very slim. This is very slim too. You know, I actually think that technology falls under 2 categories: consumption and creation. Consumption is reading, watching videos, scrolling social media, Netflix. And then creation is where it's thinking. This technology causes you to do thinking, to write, to develop, solve problems, build knowledge. And not all technology is there for the same thing. I think each gadget or each tech has its own place. And I think this is where Amazon is trying to solve a problem in the consumption and creation on that regards. Anyway, let me show you some tech specs here, and you can just pause this section here so you can kind of look at the text. This is very nice. It's got one USB-C here. It's got a little hole here. It could be a microphone for future purposes. It's got a little ridge right here that I assume is where the pencil falls in place. And dude, this pencil, dude, It is wild. The pencil has a little button right here. I don't know if you can see the button here. Um, I kind of like that. We'll see. It's supposed to give you a second option for the button. Let me set this thing up here for you guys, and then I'll just come back in a little bit. All right. All right. So here we go. And we've done the setup. So I've changed also my background here because I wanted you to see a little bit of blur, a little white out here. So I don't know. Anyway, I was able to take and set this up through my phone. So it took me maybe 5, 10 minutes, something like that, to that effect. Okay, but this is what you get. You get the notes, kind of like where you've been, table of contents so far, been taking notes, been what books that you've been reading so far, and then you got your library and your book. This is mainly your workspace. So if I do my library, okay, so then this is all my books and everything that I got on my books. I go to my workspace. This is all my notebooks, folders, so forth, so on. So you got folders, notes. You can put folders in folders. And then if you go home, then you got the whole setup here. Now, if I hit quick notes, let's say for example, all right. Wow, this is I love this. This nice lines. Let's see. Subscribe. Oh, wow. To Excel to Tech. Wow, you got different markers, so to speak, or Excel to Tech. This is good writing. I mean, good, nice blacks. Good, good contrast. You got your writing, you got your fountain pens, your markers, pencils, you got your highlighters if you want to highlight thin, medium, back. You got your square, circle, triangle. In other words, if I hit, let's say, square, right, then all I have to do is really, you see, and there's my square. These are my erasers. I can erase thick, okay, or I can just erase the selection. Let's do a selection here and let's erase that. Or I can just erase the entire page and everything's gone. Okay. This is my pointer, so instead of scrolling with my finger, I want to scroll with the pointer. I'll just go like that, and you see I'm already at page 2. I go that way, I'm at page 1. And then you got return. I can move this whole little bar to this side, or I can move it to the other side. Okay. Dude, I'm excited about this. This is just um, this is just absolutely awesome. Go back. I just tap like you normally do a Kindle, my Kindle Paperwhite or that, and you just hit home, and we're back. Okay. Now let's get down to what I really was here about, and that is writing on um, on your books, in that to that regard. Now, let me just say, first of all, let me just tell you that I believe that there is a reading cycle. Excuse me. Okay, the you just don't read a book just to wrap it up just to finish reading. You read it for so it can make an impact on you. I believe the reading cycle is you got to read first, right? You write what you or you reflect what you just read. Then you write what you just thought about. You ask questions and you apply what you read, and then you grow. I believe this is, in essence, the reading cycle. Let me. Since we're already here, let's just put this here. Let's say, let's use the fountain pen. Okay, reading cycle. If if you read a book and you lay it down and it didn't mean you can't remember what you read, you don't know how it impacted, I think you wasted your time. Okay, I think you wasted your time. Anyway, let's get to. I've been reading this book. All right. So, in while you're reading, you have several ways to mark up on your book. You can write on your book. Um, let's just say here, I think this is where Richie said. Richard spent in the next few. I could highlight. Okay, I see. I mean, not highlight, underline, and I mean, you saw that I'm not even being perfect. You see, I can, I can highlight. Okay. Now let me just tell you something about this pen. Has a little button here. It is set up that when I press it, I can highlight. So I can write, highlight, and erase with my pencil. All right, so let's try I'm gonna press and I'm gonna highlight. Okay. I can also write. All right, so I'm gonna write here. I'm gonna say this is awesome. Okay, and it'll give me a check or an X. I can delete it or I can accept it. Now you see I'm just writing over it. Now I'm just gonna check it and then it'll make that like this little box and it'll highlight. Now you see how this is box kind of wide. I can just tap and then I can just bring it and it'll make it smaller or I can make it a little bit bigger, whichever one you want. All right. So that's and I can add too. I mean, I can add to it. Hello. This is awesome, dude. I'm getting excited. Now let's say that's so I've underlined, I've highlighted, I've wrote on in the book. I can write on the margin of the book. Okay, you press here, and I could just you see where I've done this is. I believe Richie would enjoy this aspect of the Kindle Scribe. This is absolutely awesome. Now, what you do, I can close out. Okay, I can actually expand my writing. Okay, and everywhere I go, I mean, I can see I ain't got nothing here, got nothing here, nothing here, nothing here, right? And so then I'll just go, and you see where it says my bookmarks. I got all about my bookmarks. All my books are everything I've written. See, I believe the beautiful thing about this too is that I can um, search these notes. I can email me. I can email these notes to me on a PDF. And I've known. Let me see if I can do this. Share, send to Excel to yep. Or I can send it. I can send it to myself or a different email address. So I'm going to say I'm going to go ahead and send it. Send your annotations to email on its way and may take a few minutes. All right, so good. I've sent it. Let me see if perchance I got the email. I mean, just gonna Amazon Kindle. You sent a file of the hidden potential. Here's my. It's a downloadable PDF, and there it is. There's all my notes that I've written. That's pretty cool, I think. Okay. There is my reading cycle: read, reflect, ask questions, write, apply, grow. I I tell you, I think this is just absolutely awesome. I think this is an excellent uh, product. I'm really looking forward to reading and writing, annotating, and I think you guys will too. Guys, if you like these videos, please give me some thumbs up. Give me some likes. If you haven't already, subscribe. I'll commit to putting in more videos on my channel. And I'll see you around on the next video where I will take it to the next level.